Hello, everybody. Climate change is a global issue with the potential to affect all of human society. It's caused by the release of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and generally speaking, this extra carbon dioxide is a result of all human activity. It's released when we heat or cool our homes, when we move from A to B, and when we produce products, goods and services. So we know the problem, and we also know to some degree what we have to do about it. We have to stop emitting carbon dioxide gas by the year 2050, and any remaining carbon dioxide needs to either be offset through activities such as tree planting or captured and stored using carbon capture and storage technology. You've probably heard a lot about climate change in the news, but what does such a global problem actually mean for Worcestershire? Well, if we start with where we are now, then explore where we need to get to and how we're going to get there. Worcestershire emits annually approximately 3 million tonnes of carbon dioxide. And if you want to know what that would look like, 1 tonne of carbon dioxide would fill a hot air balloon. So if you imagine 3 million hot air balloons in the skies over Worcestershire, you can get some kind of picture of what that level of emissions looks like. So we have a local enterprise partnership energy strategy, and we have 3 clear targets within that strategy. The first of which is halving the level of carbon dioxide emissions by 2030, trebling the amount of low carbon generation, again by 2030, and doubling the size of the low carbon economy across the same time period. Since those targets were set, quite a lot has happened. We've had climate emergencies declared, we've had net zero, we've had the government's 10-point plan that's enshrined carbon reduction into law. But beyond that, we've seen Worcestershire companies and institutions taking up the challenge of carbon reduction and net zero. We've seen a greater uptake of solar panels on buildings. We've seen heat networks, we've seen low carbon housing developments and energy efficiency. We've also seen innovation and leadership from our employers and educational institutions. We've had innovations in areas such as low carbon heating, with electric vehicle charging and hydrogen vehicles, and they put us as a county at the leading edge of clean tech. But to reach net zero, we're going to have to do an awful lot more. We should see net zero and climate change as an opportunity, and as it happens, it's a roughly £9 billion opportunity for the economy of Worcestershire between now and 2050 if we're going to reach that net zero target. From now up until 2050, we will need more energy experts, we will need more engineers, more installers and more innovators. And those roles, they're going to be filled by those who are currently in school at the moment. So in short, young people who by 2030 will be the fully trained members of the new low carbon workforce. And that is what we were all working to across the county in order to reach net zero.